Depressed people, how do you motivate yourself to do things, even small tasks? Serious. Now let's read some comments. I pretend that I'm a robot to do very small singular tasks at a time. I really get myself into the mindset that my own motivation doesn't matter at all. I found an open notebook also helps with this style. Write down what needs to be done in bite size and, importantly, specific actionable tasks. Open email. Write reply to X. Put dishes in dishwasher. Drink glass of water. Then no think. Just do what book says. Can be depressed and unmotivated while simultaneously actually doing the things that need doing. It's helped in the long run. Edit. Thanks for the awards and positive responses, folks. Just to anyone suggesting an app, I've always found them too mentally complicated for some reason. Scrawling something down on a piece of paper whenever I remembered was just easy enough to get me started. And to elaborate, at the top of the week, in the notebook, I have a set of running tasks: shower, cook, eat, water, vitamins, mild exercise, etc. that I check off on a weekly tally. It helps with consistency, which I had a real problem with. I don't always do them all every day. Looking at you, exercise, but they are drastically improved, which then leads to me feeling like I do actually have some control over my life and growth, which then has a knock-on effect of making me feel more content, and thus more motivated, and thus more content, and so on and so on. First time I have heard of another person doing the robot trick. I do that at least a dozen times a day. Also helps with my anxiety, because robots can't have anxiety. I like the way you put it. Today I skipped class and just stayed in the shower. And since I was in there anyway, I slowly picked up shampoo, slowly washed my hair, etc. and just kept moving through my regular wash day routine, as if I didn't have somewhere to be. It needed to be done, and I knew I'd feel a little better, and like I accomplished something. This is very unique. I'm gonna try it, because when I have bad days, I break down the things I need to do into little tasks. Never thought of the robot idea. I do this as well, or pretend I'm doing it as a favor for someone else. Especially if it's running errands or chores, or whatever. I think I'll do X, so and so doesn't have to, and it makes it easier, because you wanting to do it makes no difference if someone else needs it to be done. That's a really interesting way of thinking about it. This is how I survived my previous job. It was very relevant, because I also got into a video game about robots. Today, it isn't working though, so I'm here looking for ideas. A perfect example is brushing your teeth. Haven't brushed your teeth in months. Just go to the sink, stick the toothbrush in your mouth, and scrub for a few seconds. Don't aim for perfection. Just give it a half-assed attempt for 5 seconds. OMG. I was first diagnosed with major depression 34 years ago, and I've been medicated for nearly 15. Had so much therapy, hospital programs, etc. Why is a Reddit thread at nearly midnight on a Monday the very first time I've heard this soon-to-be life-changing approach? Thank you, fellow Redditor. I already know my life is about to improve because of you and what you've shared. I have found a way to trick me into doing stuff if I'm lying on the couch, basically feeling like complete shit, but I know I should rather go buy groceries and cook a meal. I tell myself I'm going to feel like shit no matter what. If I continue lying here, I'll feel like shit. If I go buy groceries and cook, I'll feel like shit. The only difference is that doing stuff and being active will probably help me long term. So if I'll feel shitty no matter what, I might as well do the thing that will help make me feel better eventually. It kinda helps me to deal with the shitty feeling, and I can get myself to do the stuff I should be doing. Doesn't work all the time, but often enough. I've used this sometimes too. And once I get the motivation going, I keep it going. I still feel like shit, but hey, I'm getting shit done while feeling like shit. Success. I tricked myself into working out like this. I got so depressed I wasn't enjoying any hobbies or any entertainment anymore. So I was like, well, if I'm going to be miserable, no matter what, I may as well do something worthwhile. And you know what? I've been working out for 2 weeks every day now, and I'm actually starting to not immediately feel like, oh, I woke up again every morning. If I'm gonna be depressed, I might as well be depressed in the shower. If something is worth doing, it's worth doing poorly. A perfect example is brushing your teeth. Haven't brushed your teeth in months? Just go to the sink, stick the toothbrush in your mouth, and scrub for a few seconds. Don't aim for perfection. Just give it a half-assed attempt for 5 seconds. You'll start to build a habit of brushing, and you'll start to brush better every time. And also, do things one step at a time. Getting out of bed does not equal you needing to clean the entire house, but maybe that coffee table needs to be tidied up a bit. Maybe toss the dirty dishes in the dishwasher, but it doesn't need to be run today. Point is, you're doing things that have positive rewards to them. You'll start to see those rewards as something you want more of. Eventually, cleaning will become less and less of a chore, and more about keeping the things you have clean and nice looking, because you actually like them. Wallowing in bed really is counterproductive, but wallowing in bed one day isn't something to beat yourself up over. Learn to forgive yourself, and keep reminding yourself that bad days are okay to have. Things are going to get better. Thank you so much. This is really well put, and is making me think differently than how I have been. I did this to get me motivated to do dishes. Instead of doing the dishes, I would say and going to do some dishes made it a lot less scary. My problem is that my thoughts just keep going. Once I think of something that needs to be done, I start thinking about all the other things that need to be done, and it's better to just leave it all to do later than do one thing and not finish the other things. Ah yes, this is what I'm currently doing. Trying little by little to make myself do anything that's productive. I use mouthwash as a quick something when I don't brush my teeth. It's better than nothing. Depression sucks. At least I vacuumed and tidied a bit over the weekend. If something is worth doing, it's worth doing poorly. That's a really good point. It makes so much sense. Another thing for me is minimize things you are responsible for. If you have a hard time keeping things clean, it is easier with less things. I just had to do a huge skincare/makeup purge, and I had been holding on to expired things and feeling guilty about the money I spent. I forgave myself and threw it all out and then treated myself to the replacements. I'd rather spend more on things I care for and enjoy than have lots of mediocre stuff. I can relate to this so much. I feel like I go through periods of brushing and not brushing my teeth. Like I'll go weeks with brushing my teeth once every few days. Disgusting, I know. And then I consistently brush twice a day for at least a week. Now I'm brushing again, hopefully to stay. 3 days ago I really needed to clean my PC. It had been months, but I put it a lot of effort and effort paid off. Then I cleaned off the dust around my PC space and eventually my entire desk. While I was at it, I gave my monitors a wipe too, and cleaned my laptop too. Never cleaned it since 2019. Now it feels so much better working and living in a clean space, and feeling cleaner too. What if you can't even force yourself to get out of bed, no matter how small the task is? And what if things don't get better and just keep getting worse? The problem is that you start building habits and start doing well, and then one day all your progress melts away and you're back at square one. How do you eat an elephant? For some it's bites, for others nibbles. Some people need to start with a lick. Celebrating the little things. I'm currently trying to do 5 a day, and to non-depressives they probably seem tiny, but to me they are huge. Like today I got showered, got dressed, made a lunch from scratch, went for a walk, and put some laundry in the washer. Bonus point, it's hung up too. Successful day. Dang, that's really awesome. Those things are huge to me too, so great job. I'm proud of you. Close bracket. Seem tiny? What would be a huge thing? Especially laundry. Like everyone I know hate doing laundry and have the attitude that if they have done laundry they don't need to do anything else that day. You should be damn proud of yourself. Dang, nice job. I've been depressed the past couple weeks. I did the laundry 2 days ago and today I folded like 3 shirts and gave up. You're truly an inspiration. That's honestly a fantastic day. 5 a day. That's quite impressive. I have days where I celebrate just the 1 a day. I honestly just try to make the next hour, next few minutes, whatever amount of time, better for my future self. Lots of I'll be glad I did this, even simple things like cleaning 1 mug at night, so I don't have to clean it for coffee, and don't feel super pressured to just do all the dishes right when I wake up. I easily feel pressured or overwhelmed, and I think that's what is one of my biggest problems. I think I will try doing even just one thing to help myself out. Thanks. Set a timer on your phone for something like 20 minutes. Spend that 20 minutes doing something productive. I.e., set the timer for 20 minutes, spend 20 minutes cleaning a bedroom. I try the mindset if I'm unhappy now I'm going to be unhappy doing dishes, or on the couch at least. If I do the dishes I might be happy later. I play medieval peasant, so I have to physically react like a medieval peasant to everything in my house that I use. Use an electric toothbrush, I have to wonder at the magic. Clean running water, I have to shriek in joy. Now I won't get the plague. Food in the fridge. Oh my life is bountiful. Automatic lights in the building. Ah. The light knoweth when I doth move. Plants on the windowsill. They must be thirsty have a drink. Oh my what a beautiful pot this must be sorcery. People look at you like you're crazy, but the confusion on their faces is worth it, and medieval me is very pleased with my life. I have a little mason jar. Every time I do something, EXP, eat breakfast, take a walk, I add a dinosaur to a jar. I also use this for self-harm as well. If I haven't hurt myself in a week, I get to add in some dinosaurs. It makes me super happy when I drop in a dinosaur and hear it asterisk clunk asterisk together with the other ones. Where did you get your dinosaurs? I kind of love the idea of doing something like this. It would be just rewarding enough to want to do, but not something my brain would say to just do it anyway. Normally I don't. My cat does. If I stay in bed too long she comes and headbutts me. If all I do is sit up, she will roll over into my lap and ask for pets to get me moving even just a little. Sometimes she will go by the dishes, the vacuum, the pile of stuff I need to put away, etc and meow, and go back and forth between that and rubbing my legs. I really don't know how she knows I need the boost, but she does. She knows when I'm upset, and she allows me to hug her and cry into her fur as much as I need. She's now my official emotional support cat granted by my therapist. Also she brings me lizards when I'm down. Like, are you upset? Eat. It will make you feel better. Haha. She's my little guardian angel. AWW I'm glad you have your cat. They really are great little friends. My cat literally gets me through so much. If I can't get out of bed to feed myself, I at least need to get out of bed to feed him. If I stay in bed too long, he makes sure to come check on me and make sure I'm okay. And it's like he know when I just need him to sit on me and purr. Cats man, I don't understand people who don't like them. I'm mad your cat is such a great motivator. My dogs are like whoop, sitting down, time to snuggle. Don't you wanna lay down instead? We'll keep you nice and warm. I love them SFM, but they are saboteurs. I make myself go one notch above where I'm at mentally. If I'm feeling productive, I try to do as much as possible. If I only feel like being a couch potato, I try to at least go for a walk or something. If I don't want to leave the bed, I try to at least take a shower. Just one thing more than what I wanted to do. That usually then follows with well I already did that, I may as well do this. And if I really have a day where I don't want to get out of bed, well I give myself permission to do that too. Sometimes, that's what I end up really needing. That's a really good way of thinking about it. I think sometimes the hardest part is just starting a task. I will try this. I prioritize things. If I go out I will have to take a shower, but on days I don't need to go out, I can use my energy elsewhere. It's not as gross as you think. It is okay to skip a day or two of showering. The days I have off work I use to cook meals. Look up r/meal prep Sunday. That really helped me out. I only have so much energy and mental wherewithal. It's just a matter of knowing how to budget it. It's also like cash, except there is no going into debt or swiping your credit card. Once it's gone there's none left, so you just get really creative and learn how to schedule things. Or, you know, I could have a damn day of peace and quiet and finally get my life in order, where I'm no longer depressed and can have a lot more energy. But I found that's an impossible and unrealistic dream, so unfortunately for now it is just taking one day at a time. This is so true. This might seem small, but someone with bipolar 2 explained it as being a disease of energy, instead of it as a freak of nature. So when I'm low on energy, I make a small list of the least things for the day, and on high energy days, the list is longer and has tasks that require more steps. If I start getting frustrated, I step back off. It's working well for me. I only have so much energy and mental wherewithal. It's just a matter of knowing how to budget it. It's also like cash, except there is no going into debt or swiping your credit card. Once it's gone, there's none left. So you just get really creative and learn how to schedule things. You ever read about spoon theory? It's basically what you just said, and a nice simple way to explain running out of energy when dealing with chronic illness to people who don't have that same experience. Sounds stupid and super weird, but silently imagine you're being recorded for a tutorial or a time lapse for simple tasks. I know it's stupid, but when I'm so down and everything I do seems so tedious, I imagine this. I describe what I'm doing in my mind as I'm doing it, as if I'm teaching someone else. It just makes it more entertaining to cook or do my daily routine. Does it sound weird? Yes. But it also sounds effective, lol. I do something similar. I pretend I'm on a reality show about my life and talk out loud and narrate what I'm doing. I think about how my reality show would be horrible if it was just me laying in bed for 18 hours, and that oddly motivates me, haha. One major thing that helped me during my serious depression I had a few years was to find one task that I will do every day. I had spent months in bed when one day I was going to start taking a shower every day. No matter what I was going through mentally, I always took a shower. That way I feel like I did accomplish something that day. Even if that was all I did that day, it was something. After a while I found that taking a shower opened up the possibility of doing more things. Just had to do it at my own pace. This is what I try and do. One productive thing a day, even if it's just something like having a shower or eating a proper meal. Personally, I've noticed the hardest part is always just getting out of bed. So to make that easier, I'll at least move to sitting up for a while. I keep my phone charger on the other side of the room, so when it dies I have to get up. Once I'm up, it's like, might as well do the thing. I wait until things pile up to an almost unmanageable state and incredible level of stress, which triggers a ultra positive couple of days to a week, in the form of a manic episode, where I do literally everything at 110% productivity and efficiency. I then usually end that time with a lovely migraine, and if I'm lucky I sleep for 24 hours. I will then proceed to be depressed for the next 3 or so months. Sorry, you were looking for positive advice, weren't you? I guess my advice would be, my lifestyle is incredibly unhealthy mentally, so don't do what I do. Sometimes I'll give myself a reward after accomplishing something. For example, if I do the dishes, then I can eat this donut / watch a TV show. Even substituting or doing part of something helps a lot. I really don't have the motivation to go to the gym some days, so I do a shorter home workout instead. Or if I feel too overwhelmed to fold all my laundry, I just fold some of it. I like this. I have a very big problem with getting overwhelmed and feeling like there's too much to do, so my brain just goes, okay, don't do any of it, but I know that will just make things worse. I trick myself into thinking I want to do a thing. Same way you might hype up a dog before going for a walk, but telling myself, oh, time for a shower. Are you excited or what? How amazing, it's shower time. Hooray. Go get your towel. Get your towel. That hot water's gonna feel so good. Go get it. Go get the shower. Got on Medicaid, went to go see a psychiatrist, found out that I'm not really depressed, but in fact suffering from ADHD. Got some medication for it, and now I've never felt better. Been on it for a month now, and have taken care of so much that I was putting off for years. Sometimes it's not what we think it might be that is our problem. We will only ever find out if we take the time to figure it out. I think over a few decades of dealing with depression, I've recognized that the small tasks make me feel accomplished and provide me with a baseline of worth. Yesterday I took about a month's worth of cardboard to recycling, worked out for 20 minutes, showered, then made a point of reading for a few hours. All seemingly inconsequential things, but together they made for an incredible day, and I felt great at the end of it. One of the things that hits me the most is probably the exhaustion and just utter lack of energy in completing, or even just starting tasks. I'd think of a goal I had, then get all overwhelmed and either procrastinate it or not do it at all. And then I'd feel guilty for not doing it. So I started giving myself more leeway when completing them. Too tired to exercise in the morning? Just do 20 crunches and call it a day. Too tired to get out of bed and look presentable? Just go brush your teeth and you can go back to bed. Too tired to play guitar, a hobby of mine? Just take it out and hold it for a minute or two. If you're still too tired to play, that's fine. You've done enough for the day. Set a bare minimum goal that you know you can accomplish, even if it seems easy. On your bad days, you remove the feeling of guilt and shame from not doing enough and can still feel accomplished for doing the best you could. On your good days, it gives you motivation to actually start things without putting them off. Because if I'm already holding my guitar, I might as well play it, right? I don't know. It's helped me a lot recently. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button and activate the notification bell for more videos. Also like the video if you enjoy it.